Physical activity has the power to improve the physical, mental, and emotional well-being of our youth, both now and in the future. Yet children and youth with disabilities, and especially those with intellectual disabilities, face many obstacles when compared to their peers without disabilities. These obstacles include higher rates of obesity and other chronic conditions. Many of these conditions can be prevented or lessened through regular participation in a variety of physical activities, including active play, sports, dance, and other recreational activities. At the National Fitness Foundation, we believe that every child deserves a lifetime of health and fitness. Quality physical education can help to equip all children with the knowledge, skills, and abilities to be fit for life. We heard from thousands of physical educators who want strategies to ensure their physical education classroom welcomes and benefits all students. With funding from Special Olympics International, we traveled to Dover High School in Dover, New Hampshire to observe one teacher's approach to a truly inclusive physical education program. Their Unified Wellness Program engages students with and without intellectual disabilities in the physical education classroom. Before we detail some strategies used at Dover, let's start by establishing what we mean by inclusion.
I think our gym class is super duper special because there's a lot of different people all coming together and we're working together and doing all the same stuff.
You see everyone around you and we'll do like push-ups or sit-ups. There's really no one who just consistently who will just sit back and not do it. They see everyone around them trying.
It's just a desire to reach everybody in your school.
Simply put, inclusion or inclusive education is establishing a learning environment where students with disabilities are engaging with their peers without disabilities and are able to access and participate in the physical education curriculum in meaningful ways.
My favorite sport is basketball. I like being on a team and helping them out. I feel like I'm raised strong and faster.
Being part of the Unified Wellness makes me stronger.
Inclusive physical education benefits the health and well-being of students with disabilities, especially those with intellectual disabilities. And there are ripple effects benefiting their peers without disabilities, the school community, and the community at large.
Caleb is 18, and what's amazing is as each year has gone on and he has developed those skills just like any kid would, he has gotten better. And soccer this year, after 4 years of it, was just amazing. He was going after the ball, he was getting goals, you know, he has his friends there supporting him, and the confidence level has just blossomed for him, and it's been amazing. And you know, I don't even have to pick him up after practice. He gets rides home from his friends. You know, he's got these wonderful friendships, and they're like, oh yeah, we'll give Caleb a ride home, no problem. He goes and hangs out with them and goes and gets pizza. He has, you know, typical relationships with his peers that he's met through these programs.
Unified has changed the whole atmosphere at Dover. Everyone's accepting of everybody else. There's no longer a table for some kids and a table for another in the cafeteria, and that's one thing that a parent hadn't realized. She came in to drop something off of her student. She looked in the cafeteria and she started crying. She goes, my student's not at that table anymore. They're all integrated. And that's one thing that Unified actually really changes in the whole community.
Dover High School's story shows how inclusive physical education can prepare all students to be active and fit for life. How can you make this your story?
I think we learn best from our peers, peer modeling, and any way that you can incorporate peers working together, whether they have a disability or not.
So my biggest thing is having each kid be independent, whether it's a mentor trying to help them without instruction from me, or a mentee learning from their peer rather than from us, constantly an older adult teaching them. The combination together is really good. You see the social skills come out of both kids.
My son's name is Oliver. He's a junior here, and he has Down syndrome. He was not physically active. He didn't enjoy sports. He didn't like to run around. He didn't want to. He didn't see any reason to. But now he runs and he jumps and he plays volleyball, which is just amazing to see him out there, and his stamina has improved. I think the biggest motivator for him in becoming more active was the other students. They're high-fiving and they're cheering each other on, and he just absolutely thrives. And I think that perspective is going to help him remain fit for life, because he's going to constantly want to be doing things that he didn't think he could or he didn't want to do before. He's got confidence and excitement, and now I think that he will be pursuing much more physical types of activities than he ever would have before.
Our job as educators is to make a skill easier or harder, so progressions or regressions, like what's the right piece of equipment that's going to work for somebody who has to catch a ball like this or catch a ball like that. If someone isn't kicking a moving ball, for example, let's make it a stationary ball.
Can you show us a traditional push-up? Perfect. Justin's showing us wall push-ups. Do another one.
You know, you want them to be successful so that they will continue to engage in physical activity throughout their lifespan. Take a look. Is there a paraprofessional there to support you? Is there a peer who can support you? And a lot of times you can get the therapeutic services, physical therapy, OT, who can come in and support you with their sort of mutually reinforcing goals.
Whether it is a physical limitation and speaking to them, speaking to their therapist, speaking to the guidance, or it's socially, talking to the parents, talking to the students themselves. You know, what's making everybody tick?
At Dover High School, inclusion began with a single idea: have students with and without disabilities participate in physical education together as a way to support students who are oftentimes marginalized in PE. By providing peer support, activity and assessment options, and supportive resources, fitness is going well beyond the classroom to build lifelong habits.
Whoa.
Fitness is going beyond just class. I see students bowling. I see students doing fitness activities outside the building that they never did before, and that's huge.
So fitness is foundational. Let's not limit it to just, the things that we do with machines or the plyometrics. Let's apply it across the board so that we can increase and promote and enhance quality of life for all individuals.